for Shape, and he'll have Ezekiel Tovar. We're just speaking about him. He'll bat second.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
was on
welcome
base
to
twice
the show.
last night.
Today
He'll
we are
bat
going
third.
to
Then
watch
it's McMahon. Kyle Farmer's in there at first base, batting fifth.
Colorado
Mickey
Rockies
Moniak,
baseball game
Tyler
until
Freeman
they
getting
allow
the
a
start in
run.
right field. Nick
So
Martini,
today we're
the
going to do a
DH,
quick challenge.
and
I bet it will be early,
Amador.
but
So
we're going to watch the Rockies
Doyle
until they
gets
allow the run.
at least the first part of the evening off, and the same thing goes for Michael Toglia. On the mound is Zach Gallen. And Zach Allen wears number 23 because he went to the University of North Carolina, and from the time he was a kid, he was a huge MJ fan.
Yeah, you see the record at 3-5. A lot of those came early on because his last 3 ball games, he's 2-1 with a 2.89, a batting average against a 2.12. What does he throw? He throws a 4-seamer. Try to work both sides of the play with that. Knuckle curve, changeup, slider, and an occasional cutter. That's our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. I think when Zach Gallen gets in trouble is he starts to nibble too much.
All right,
yeah, that has been an issue. First pitch swinging, and it's in the air to deep right
ball.
Center field's got a chance to fly. God!
Whoa!
Jordan
The Rockies hit a home run first at bat. This is insane.
The Rockies on the board with his 7th of
what
the year.
The heck?
That's
well, you guys wanted watching the Rockies until they scored a run. First pitch. Clock is not even started yet, and the Rockies are on their way. And let's get the stopwatch started. Wow, the Rockies.
419
home
feet
run first at bat. Let's go.
into the pool almost in right field, right center field. And how big was that? The Rockies have been starving for some offense out on the road, and to get that first pitch homer, pretty cool.
Well, maybe that'll make Zach Gallen nibble some more. That is where he has gotten into some issues this year. His ERA of 4.59 is un-Gallen-like. That was called a ball, so it's 2-0.
2-0 until we.
Zach in his career, 56-42 with a 337 earned run average.
What a career whip of 1.15.
Yeah, it was not hyperbole when I said at the top of this broadcast that he's one of the better right-handers in the sport. I mean, it's been that case for a while with Gallen. 4 times he's been the pitcher of the year for the Diamondbacks at the major league level. He's voted upon by the local chapter of the Baseball Writers Association. This ball to center field's got to get down, and it will. So the Rockies a homer, and now a Tovar single. He was 1 for 4 last night. And that'll bring up the steadiest of Rockies this year offensively, Hunter Goodman.
Well, in a good spot, too. The last 20 ball games for Hunter, 346 with some damage.
Last night on a couple of times. This ball hammered deep left field. If it's fair, it's off the foul pole. 2-run home run, Hunter Goodman.
What the heck?
Start for the Rockies.
2-run homer, the first 3 at bats. What the heck?
7 pitches in.
Who
and it's
is
3-0. Wow.
And you start going, wow, and when was the last time?
Well, I'm just trying to think when's the last, because the Rockies are averaging just over 2 runs per ball game. But this is 2 pitches now that have been belt high that the Rockies have taken out. This one I was concerned that it might curl foul, but instead it hits the foul pole and the netting.
Yeah, he did a great job as McMahon takes a breaking ball for a strike of keeping his hands inside. And because of that, you're going to get less turn on the baseball.
Less hook on that. Wow. I was just talking about Hunter in the last 20 games doing some damage. Yeah, that's his 10th extra base hit and 16 now RBIs in the last 20.
1 ball and 2 strikes on McMahon. What a start. Keep it going.
Man, I wish I would have made a video called Watching the Rockies until they
Beck
score a run.
And Goodman. So Beck had the team lead in home runs for about 48 seconds. Both Hunter and Jordan now with 7 big flies. There's Nick Wilson. He's got to be happy about things. He, along with Jordan Pacheco, co-hitting coaches among the changes last week with the Rockies. Kyle Farmer held up.
But just to be able to get off to a start where you're not playing uphill, because it's happened too many times. And today you come out, very first pitch, you're like, okay, there's one. Wait a second, another hit. Homer, 3-0.
Everybody knows the situation.
I'm just proud of the Rockies that they figured out.
The Rockies at 2-21. There's only been 3 teams in the modern era that lost 21 of their first 23 away from home. That's strike 3 on Farmer. And for the record, those 2 teams, the 05 Astros and the 88 Baltimore Orioles.
Well, the Orioles started that year just, 0 for 21 to start with?
Yeah, and the 2 wins for the Rockies. That's a good play at second by Lawler. And he throws out Mickey Moniak. But the 2 wins for the Rockies on the road have been 1-run wins. So it's great. Underline capital letters to get off to a 3-0 start. Back at Goodman. Well done.
Man, I can't believe the Rockies got 3 runs in that inning. That is insane to me.
Wonderful start for the Rockies, up 3-0 for Armand Marquez. And let's take a look at the lineup. No face is written out earlier by Tori Luvello, presented by Southwest.com. Corbin Carroll having a MVP caliber season already. Ketel Marte, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Haven Smith's been outstanding. Suarez, and on down in the first pitch, misses ball 1 just above the strike zone from Herman. And coming off a victory against the Padres, his first of the year. 7 innings of 1-run, 3-hit baseball. Tonight start number 9 for Herman.
Well, the last time Herman faced Arizona was back in 2022, and that game was in Colorado in September.
Another high fastball. This one is offered out, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go, Rockies.
Yeah, Herman has 22 starts also against the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2-1.
That's where you hope, too. You get that quick inning, let that offense get back to the bat rack.
This is out of play, 2-2. Goodman's going to give it a look. Yeah, the Diamondbacks are going to be, especially early in the game, any team this would apply to, but they're going to be undaunted by any kind of deficit because of how prolific their offense is. Last year, best in baseball in terms of runs scored, and it's a top 5 offense so far this year. Did he go? Oh, close. Home plate umpires Jordan Baker. Stu Shearwater is at first. Dan Rozel's at second, and Charlie Ramos, you just saw on the screen, is at third. 3-2 on Carroll, and ball 4. Take a look at the Rock Show defensively. McMahon and Tovar, Amador, Farmer in the infield. Goodman's behind the plate. Beck, Moniak in center for Doyle. Nothing's wrong with Doyle again. He's just getting the first part of the day. Tyler Freeman is in right. Freeman the ability to play all over, including center field. He can play the middle infield. Here's Marte. He's missed a bunch of time this year, as Cattell. This is just his 22nd game of the year. Has 5 home runs. He had 36 a year ago.
Seems like whenever he gets hurt, is dealing with some sort of leg injury.
Yeah, that's been part of his story throughout his career, but this is a terrific player.
So guys, you know, watch
2-0.
Herman Marquez is not the
Forget for Marte that he started his career with Seattle.
He's
just been here so
long. It's now his 9th year here at your point in the desert. But he came in a trade almost a decade ago from Seattle. So Markey can't do this. He knows that. He's been staked to a 3-0 lead. He walked Carroll, and now he's 3-0 on Marte. And that'll make Darryl Scott pull his hair out.
You knew he was going to be trying to swing the 2-run home run.
We've said it so frequently through the years. Ketel Marte is one of the most underrated players in baseball from a national perspective. Carroll takes off, throw to second, is not going to get him. That is stolen base number 8 for Corbin.
Arizona had 4 stolen bases last night. 6th time this year that they've had at least 3 or more stolen bases in a game. Throws on the money, but really big jump by Carroll.
And Marte with a base hit. Carroll's going to come around.
And that will end our video, folks, as the Rockies allow a run, but they're still up to still win.
Arizona has a run back. 9th RBI for Marte.